Hello, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The class must start.
Good evening, everyone. We are waiting for others to join. Apology. We'll start in the next few minutes, please.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please, can you all hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know.
Walaikum
Alaikum
salam. We can
salam wa barakatuh.
I hope my audio is audible enough.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Now, please, I'll be back. Okay, now it's okay. I'll be back in the next 5 minutes.
Sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
I'm sorry for wasting time. We can start now. I will start by introducing myself. I'm Mrs. Maridia Adeyemi. So today's class will be more or less practical based. So it's on Microsoft Office in general. So I believe many of us, one way or the other, will be familiar with typing. Even if we don't type on the computer system, we type on our phones, if I'm right. Are we together, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have.
So Microsoft Word. Can you all see my screen? Oh, I have not shared my screen. Sorry. Please, can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen, please?
Not yet.
We can't see anything there.
You can see my screen, right? Sorry,
Yes,
Not
we
yet.
cannot see anything there.
see my screen. Can you type yes so that I can move further?
It has not showed any picture. You've started sharing, but has not showed us anything on the.
Yes,
slide.
okay.
Yes.
Now it is on.
I've shared
Yes.
my screen. So on my screen, I have introduction to Microsoft Word. Can you all see that, please?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it is
Okay.
on.
So let's begin the class. So introduction to Microsoft Word. What is Microsoft Word? What do we understand by it? We all hear Microsoft. What do we use it for? Microsoft Word is Microsoft Office is an app that it has Microsoft Word itself. It has Microsoft PowerPoint. It has Microsoft Excel, and it has Microsoft Access. But for the benefit of today's class, we only take 3 out of it, which is the Word, the PowerPoint, and that of the Excel. So all these data, all the 3 that I counted now, that I listed, actually, they do different work. Like for the Microsoft Word, basically, we use it to type documents, to type letters. Even some people, they use it like for design as well, but actually it is not actually used for that. But it depends, when we talk about design, it has to do with your creativity, and you can manipulate things and make it the way that will suit yourself. So the Microsoft Word interface, how does it look like? Please, I don't know if we are on our systems as well, because I would prefer, as I'm saying it, like you can as well try whatever I'm saying, it will make it sync compared to just me talking. So I would like to open a Microsoft Word page, which is called Documents. Sorry. So if I want to open, like as a beginner, I want to open a Microsoft Word page, I'll just go to my menu button. I'll click on it. Though there are several ways which we can do that, but the easiest way for us to, I will just type Microsoft. So though this one is a long process, I'll teach you other ways that we can use. I think my screen my screen is still being seen, right?
Yes, ma.
Okay. So I'm trying to type micro. So it will come up. So I have my Microsoft on my menu button. I'll just type Microsoft. Before I even finish typing, like the way we use our phones, it will just bring out anything on Microsoft Word. So I'll just click on Microsoft Word and to bring up the page. It's because my system is being connected. If I think I'm not online, it will not come up this way. So I'll just click on it. It will come up, the page will come up now. Another way that we can do it on our desktop button, we can just right click. So once we right click, we have new. We go to that new. So we click on the arrow, it will bring options for us. So on it, we can just click on Microsoft Word there. So a new document will come up. Then we can just name it, whatever we want to name, but I'll come to that later. So let's proceed. So I can just click on this. A blank document will show up. So I don't know what's wrong with my system. Why it's being slow this way? So this is how the Microsoft Word page looks like. So on the page we have tabs. So these are the tabs. We have insert, the draw, design, and so on. So whenever I click, the moment I click on any tab, it will bring up the options here, which we call ribbons. So those ribbons, they have different options. So we have the file button. So the file button, if you click on it, there you have the save as, I want to continue because I don't actually. So we have the new button, the new option, where whenever you want to open a blank document, maybe another document you have is there. Then we have the open. Maybe probably you want to open a saved file. Then we have the save. Maybe probably you are working on a particular file and you have already named it and you want to continue saving. Then we have the save as. The save as option. Let's say probably this document that I open, it has not been named. I'll just click on it, save as. So whatever name I want to name it, a dialog box will come up now. Now, this is telling me that where do I want to save it? Is it on my PC? Is it on my existing folder? Or I want to create a new folder? So I can just click that I want to save it on my PC or on my desktop. Actually, I prefer saving files on my desktop because it will make me remember whatever I want to do. So now I can just name it, let's say, it is in Nigeria. So now I have an option here. Maybe probably I don't want it to be in a Word format. Maybe I want it to be in PDF format that I don't want anybody to tamper on my work. Like I want it to be in a picture format. That is what the PDF format we use it for. So then for the Word document, maybe probably you still want another person to work on it. That one does not need any form of conversion. That's the default format. So you can just click on it that you want it on Word format and you can save. So it's being saved there. So the tab, let's take this is the home button. So under the home, we have the font type. Let's say, let me type Lagos. So what can I use my font type for? My font type is the type of font that I want my text to come to be. Maybe I want it this way, but on Microsoft Word, we usually the accepted, let me say the accepted fonts that most files usually come with is Times New Roman. It is very common. Times New Roman, like, is an official font. So we have other fonts there, depending on what you like. But before you do anything on maybe font size, or anything that you are doing, you have to highlight. So highlight on the slide, we have different shortcuts. So let's say I have things being typed. So I have to highlight all. Highlight all. You can use a short
Assalamu alaikum. Hello.
Hello, walaikum
Hello,
assalam
ma.
wa barakatuh.
Okay, I want to be sure it's not just me that is not hearing.
Okay.
Nobody is giving lectures, what?
Yeah. So in case it's taking you about
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please, is it the network or what is happening? I can't hear anything precisely. I can't hear anything. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I can't hear anything as well. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please, should we log out or what? Are we still waiting for the speaker? Because I can't hear anything now.
Apologies. Oh,
Walaikum salam.
she's battling. Her network is poor, so she's trying to switch to another network.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sorry, I had a poor network earlier. I had to change my SIM. Please, I don't know where I stopped before I was logged out. I've explained the options that we can find on the file
Home, yes, we're at the home.
home. So now I was trying to explain home, right? So
Yes.
our text, whenever we type text, I said the official text font type. So the font type, you have different fonts depending on the one you want. But in Microsoft Word or in anything that you want to do, you have to highlight first. So highlighting means you put your cursor at the beginning of the text, then you highlight by clicking on your mouse. So sometimes you may be using the desktop computer or your laptop. So for your laptop is you use the left click, you highlight it. You hold on to that button. Then you can hold your control button. Your control button on your keyboard. Then you go to whatever you want to do. Let's say I want to change my font size. Probably I want to type a letter to probably my boss or something. So I'll just come here. I'll pick Times New Roman. So after picking that, I'll continue by changing my font size. That's the way you want your letter to come, the size of it. So officially we use 12, size 12. You can just click on it. And if you realize that 12 is probably is too small, you can change to 14, either 12 or 14, but most people use 12 for their letter. So yeah, the alphabet. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen?
No, ma. Me, I can't see your screen, ma. It's
Okay, let me continue sharing. Can you see it now, please?
Not yet. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have as I said earlier, we have the font size, I need to be fast because you have wasted time. So here we have two alphabets here. We have the A, the big A and the small capital letter A. So the big one is for you to increase the font size. So I said earlier that before you can do anything on Microsoft Word page, you have to highlight, because if you don't highlight it, there's no way it will affect on whatever you want to do. So here I can just increase my font size. So, but the benefits of the other one that I said earlier, that you can see the size that you want to change it to, but here you can just increase to, I don't know, to infinity. I don't actually know the number that the last number on this micro. I think it's even more than 72. You can type the font size that you want. But me, I'm a teacher actually. But people that don't deal with these early years, the toddlers that teaches them, they like big text. So they work with this. But like those of us that work in companies, that you want to type a letter, there's no way you can use big fonts like this. So that is that for font type. Then here we have the small a and the big A. So when you click on it, it will ask you that, do you want to make it a sentence case? How do we make our text a sentence case? Maybe we are being taught in our English language that the first letter, whenever you want to type, like whenever you want to write something, you must start with what? Capital letter. See, so the computer will do the option for you, and the small letter we continue with whatever text you want to type. Then yeah, maybe probably you want all your text to be in lowercase, that's small letter. It will be like that. Then here is uppercase. Maybe probably you are typing, and you are forgetting that, I'm supposed to do it to make it a capital letter. Then here, it will capitalize each. Okay, let me be effecting it as I'm saying it. The sentence case. Can you see that it has changed? Then for the lowercase, it will change. I'll change to small letter. Then for the capitalize each word, the beginning of each word, it will change it to capital letter. Then here, the toggle, whereby you have the small letter at the beginning and the capital, the small letter continues like that. So then here we have the option of bold. What do we use bold for? If you want your text to be thick, you want it to appear boldly, that maybe probably you are typing and you want the heading to be different from the other text that you're typing. Then here we have the italics. It will change it to slant the text. Then here underline is for the underline. Then this one is actually for formula that maybe probably you want to write something, maybe b raised to power 4. Maybe probably you are typing an exam question, a test question, but this is not. Then here too, the same option, maybe x raised to power something like that. Then we have where you can change your the font color. So that's the background of it. You want your text to have a background and you want it any color, so you can change the colors there. Then here we have where we can change our text, the way we want our text, maybe probably color red, color blue, color. But I don't expect any one of us that want to type something official that we use any other color aside black. Then we have the alignment option, where we have the left alignment, the right alignment, the justify. So now this alignment, let me just explain them. The left alignment, you want your text to appear, if you are not typing Arabic, so I don't expect you start your text from the right-hand side. So all English letters and maybe probably any other language aside Arabic, if I'm right, they start from the left. So then the center alignment, maybe you are typing a letter and you want to type a subheading and you want your text to appear at the center. So that is what it is being used for. Then we have the right alignment. As I've explained earlier, maybe probably you are typing an Arabic text, or probably you are typing a letter and you want some text maybe at the end of it to appear by the right. So you can click on the right alignment. Then here we have the justify. The justify will help you arrange your letter the way it's supposed to be. Then here, this option is for align spacing. Depending on how you want, some of us, even while writing, we like to space our text. So that is what this option is meant for. Then we have this option is for our theme. Like the one I explained earlier, like the way you want the background of your text to be. So you can then, you can also mix color. If you don't like all the colors that Microsoft ordered, the default colors, you can change your color. Then we have, I think we have this. So I want to take how to insert a table. This is when I will need all these borders. So I'll just try and insert a table. Okay, that's the next option. So that's insert. Let me click on it. So maybe I want to create a payroll for our staff, or probably you have your students. You want to write their names and the things that they are paid for, whatever. So that is what the table is meant for. So you can use your table for different things. So let me create a table. So my table, depending on how many columns and how many lines that you want. So let's say I want to create a 4 columns table. So I'll just click on it like that. So let me name my table. Let's say this is name. Let's say the person is wait for uniform. The then so I can drag my table. So this is Mariam. So for my table, I can use my cursor to navigate. I can also use my keyboard to navigate. Then or my enter button, depending on what I want to do. So for my keyboard, I'll just go to the 4 arrows. So I'll just click on the one navigating to my right. So it will take, my cursor will go there. So I can just type, let's say she paid for uniform, let's say 30,000 naira, 2,000, then go to 3,000. Please, are we together? Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that's for my table. I don't know. Is there any question on inserting of table so that we can proceed? Any question on that? Can I proceed?
Yes, please.
Okay. So let's say I just remember that I'm supposed to add another column to it, my table. So there are 2 ways that I can do that. I can use my keyboard to do that, and I can also use my option here to do that. Now let me start by using my keyboard. So I'll just click on, let's say I want to add more to here. So I'll just highlight this list. I'll right click on my mouse, then I will insert the table. Do I want to insert it to the right? So ask me if I want to insert it to the right. Is it to my left? Is it above or below? Now me, I want to insert this to my right so that I can add more things. So I can adjust my table the way I want it. So I can format my table, I can edit, I can add colors here. As I have explained earlier, look at this thing that looks like a cup. So I can use this to shade it. So that is that for that option. So then for my insert as well, I can import a picture from my computer or probably from my phone. So the insert option also can be used for that. So I can insert pictures. Is it from this device? Is it an online picture if I'm being connected as I am now? So I can add picture to it. Then I can also decide that maybe probably I want to design something on shapes. There are different shapes that there are default shapes that I can use. I'll just click on any one. Maybe I want to use a rectangle or a square or any type of shape. I can also draw. So this is, let me try and insert one shape. So this is a rectangle. So my rectangle is the default one that I have here is color blue. Oh no, I don't want my rectangle to be color blue. I can come here. I'll just click on my shape fill. What color do I want it? Okay, this is purple. Then my outline. Do I want an outline of another color? Or I don't want an outline at all? I want an outline. I want it a different color. Let's say I picked a color yellow outline. I want my outline to be very thick. So I'll just come here. There are different ways I want my outline to be. So if I want it to be very thick, so I'll just click on it as well. As I said earlier, you cannot do anything without highlighting. So let me move to another option, which is the draw. Okay, I was talking that you can also, for the mic, you can also draw if you wish. So this option that looks like a line. So once I click on it, I can use it to draw different things of my choice. So this is a line. Let's say there's a shape that I did not see there. So I can decide to make a shape of my choice. I can decide to draw a rectangle if I wish to. So let me just copy this. So I can add this together and still make another one. So I can still, so can you see that with my line, I still drew a rectangle, a triangle rather, of my choice. So we have the draw option on the tab, on my tab. So the draw option, you can use it to draw things that you want. Can you see the pencil, like pencil tips that you can use for drawing? And once you draw that you don't like the drawing, you can use your eraser to clean it. So this is my draw option ribbon. So I can use it to draw different things of my choice. And I don't like what I'm drawing. I actually made a mistake. I can use my eraser to clean. So my eraser will clean it. Or my eraser will waste my time. I can just click on it. I'll click delete on my desktop. It will rub off everything. Instead of me start cleaning and cleaning with my eraser. Anyway. So then we have the design. So what does the design? Maybe probably I've drawn a shape or something like I have here now. My drawing. So I have here now. I have my rectangle shape and I want to design it. So I'll have to click on my rectangle. So I'll have to click on my rectangle and format it the way I want it to look like. So the ribbons of design, it will come up now that I can add effects to it. I can change my color. So how do I want it to look like? These are options. For my effects. But Microsoft Word is like me, I see it as something we use for official things. So you don't need much designs except when you deal with kids, like the toddlers. Those are when you can need all these options for your designs. So then we have our page color. Most time the page color is usually white, that's blank. So you can change your page color or to your choice of color. So then we have the layout. What type of layout? That one is, we could have done it in the home, but I know it is on tab that we can still get there. Here we can adjust our margin, like how we want our margin to look like. But Microsoft Word has its default margin that it is acceptable worldwide. But if you want to change the size, you can also do it. Then here you can have your line numbers. There are some things that you see, like some files that you see that it is being numbered. So this is where you can do that. You can start your page numbering like that. Then referencing. This referencing is usually used for those that are doing research work, probably for your project or anything. So you can click on your referencing. So it could give you all the citations, all the people that you cited, but you have to enter it. So automatically, maybe probably when you are done with your work, it will come up automatically. Then we have the view, review, the help, the shape formats, like the one I've explained earlier. So the view, how you want, maybe probably your zoom, it is too big or it is too small. So you can also use it to adjust your page. Then your help, maybe you need an help or online, maybe probably you are doing something and you got confused, you can just contact the Microsoft Word office immediately. Please, I want us to move to Microsoft Word PowerPoint now. So the same format for Microsoft Word is also that the way that we open our Microsoft Word PowerPoint. So let me just use my slide to explain the PowerPoint. So for our PowerPoint, we use it for presentation. Maybe you have a presentation to present to people using a projector. So most time we'll we summarize whatever we want to do in slides. So that slide we act as a guide for us. Now, how do we open a new slide on maybe you have not worked on Microsoft Word and PowerPoint before? All you just need to do, come to your search button here. Type PowerPoint.
Assalamualaikum. I can't see your cursor.
Your screen is still on Microsoft Word.
Okay. Can you see my screen on Microsoft Word PowerPoint now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No.
What about now?
Not yet.
Ah,
I think it has.
I've clicked on share. Okay.
Yes.
You can see it now, right? So now, okay. Now, for this is a PowerPoint that may have worked on, but as a beginner that you have not worked on PowerPoint before, all you just need to do, just come to your search button here on your computer. Just type PowerPoint. PowerPoint. Like the way I explained earlier before. So click on this app, PowerPoint. Or if you don't use that way, the way I explained, just go to your desktop. You know, I said, for me, I prefer using my desktop because I have so much things that I do. So once I open my computer, I will know that, no, I have a file that I'm working on. So I'll just right click on my desktop. I hope you can still see my screen.
Your screen
I
is
hope you can still see my
You can't see the cursor.
Your screen is
How the
on
cursor is
introduction
moving.
to MS Office.
We can't see the cursor moving.
It's still on introduction to MS Office.
Okay, let me just explain that since you can't see it, you can just go to your desktop, use your mouse, right click, open, you see options, different options. So you can just open your Microsoft Word PowerPoint and immediately you can name it with your preferred name that you remember the file that you are working on. So for our PowerPoint, we call our page presentation. My screen is being paused. Okay. Now, we call our page presentation. So how do we open? You can also come to your file. see the same options that we use in Microsoft Word. It is very similar with that of the PowerPoint as well. Just that PowerPoint does. I hope you can still see my screen like this as I'm talking.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So just that PowerPoint does not have enough space that you can type. So all we do on PowerPoint is just our points that we had. But for the sake of this training, I would like to explain. Maybe probably you want to present, and there are some things that you don't want your viewers to see, that it is only you that want to see it. I did that when I do that a lot. Whenever I want to present using my slides, I'll just type some things that I think I may not remember to say it. I'll just type it at the bottom of my slide. So before the end of the class, I will try to explain that and teach you how you can do that as well. So here on our home, you can open a new slide. So in PowerPoint, the page, we call them slides. So you can open a new slide. It has different templates. So before the end of the class, I'll still explain that. So here, I can just pick my blank presentation. As I said earlier, you know, in Microsoft Word, they call it a document. Here is a presentation. So this is my slide. You know, there are different designs as well that we can use. So you can just come here. The type of slide that you want, that's different slide, generic slide that is there. So here is just the title slide, where you can just have just your title. Here you have the content, where you can have different content of the title and its content. Here is just the selection header, two contents like that of the slide. So now, maybe probably you are working and you just remember that, oh, in my presentation, this one is supposed to come to number 1 or number 2. All you just need to do, okay, we have 2 slides here, and what is in number 1 is supposed to be in number, sorry, let me add one more slide to it and name and type things there. Let's say this is my topic. PowerPoint training. Presented by So I just remembered something that I'm supposed to have something before this presented, but I don't want to delete all the text that I have typed. All I just need to do is click on that slide, that main slide, and on my keyboard with on my mouse, I'll just right click.
We cannot see, Mom.
So I will add
what you're doing. It's still
new
an
slide.
introduction to MS Word.
We
Sorry,
can't
ma'am.
say anything, ma'am.
It's still an
Hey,
introduction
okay.
to MS Office.
Okay. Here, right? This is where it is. Hello?
Hello, we are here, ma'am.
So can you see basic editing?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see basic. So let me use this page anyway. So now, I want to add a new slide. This is my first slide, Introduction to MS by MS Word by Mr. Adeyemi M. So I just remembered that, no, before this, something is supposed to come up. All I just need to do is to click on this one, the second one, and right click. Can you see it? Can you see that? So I can just
Yeah.
add a new slide if I want to. So it will come down. No, I don't want it there. I can delete it if I want to. So delete slide. So now I want a slide to be in number 2 before this one. I'll just click on that number 1. So add new slide. New slide. So can you see that? So you can add, you can delete slide as well. So you don't need to stress yourself that, no, I forgot some things. No, now let me quickly explain how you can add notes whenever you are typing. Let's say on my slide 3, because I have explained all this navigation on Microsoft Word, that's why I don't want to go back to it. It's still the same, it's still the same way that even you're saving, your naming of documents, creating of documents, and the rest of it. So I can move to Excel as well. So now, if I want to add notes to it, let's say typing and editing of text. So I want to type that. How you can type, and edit. You see this that I'm typing beneath the slide here. My viewers will not see it if it's on slide, like on presentation mode, that I've projected it to them on projector. They will not see it. I'm the only one that can see it. The benefit of this is that, you know, the way Allah created us is we can forget things easily. You get it? So with this your notes, it can help you remember things easily like that. Then our insert, the way we insert in our Microsoft Word is still the same way that we insert on our Microsoft Word. So you can insert from your device, which is your computer. You can insert an online picture as well. Then in PowerPoint, it has an option for you to screenshot, that you want to screenshot the particular page. You want to use it as a picture mode. This is the option for it. So we can you see that it has brought my presentation too that I liked it. Sorry. Let me go up. So I can screenshot it. So it will come in a picture format. Can you see that on it, right? So it will come as a picture format and for your presentation. Then here, PowerPoint. Let's say you added a shape of something. It has more options for design than that of the Microsoft Word Office. So this one, PowerPoint, you can use it to create a card, maybe anniversary card, birthday card, and the rest of it. And also PowerPoint, like that of the CapCut that we do, PowerPoint has the option that you can import different pictures and you can now make it in a video format. So your text, I would like to show you those options. Let me add new slide, then insert shapes. Let's say I inserted this space. So here I can edit it. As I said,
Bilal.
okay. So like the way we did earlier, we can edit our shape to different colors. If I want an outline and if I don't want, I'll just click no line. I can effect my shape into different shape. I can add another. So for our slideshow, so the transition, that is what we use for, this is an already designed slide. So we have the way you want your text to come out, like, do you want it flying? Do you want it to apply like as if it is fading? So you can just add it like that. You want it this way, you can practicalize it at your own convenience. So different. So here we can, if you want, let's say you want this text to have sound. So you can just go to, there are some sounds that are generic, that are on PowerPoint already. So you can just add it if you wish. Then how do you want your text to appear? Like the numbers of minutes, this is the option, that's the duration. So you can just add the duration to all the slides that you want. Then, yeah, is it that, this click on mouse, is it, it's not everybody that will have access to view it on the computer. So me, I usually advise that you should click it out. So it will come automatically. You don't need to click on mouse. So yeah, you can also time it as well. So I want to, so I've timed it on 75 seconds. So here I can click on it and type the seconds that we want. Let's say 5 seconds. So this effect, I want it to apply to all. So now for our slide, this I've programmed it the way I want it. So I want to put it on slideshow. I stopped on slide 4. So let's see the slideshow from the beginning. So can you see? Did you see that the text that I typed under, it is not there? That's the one that I added voice to. So if I do not add voice to it, it will not show on it like that. So now, if I want to stop the slideshow, I'll just click the escape key on my keyboard, and it will take me back to the normal page. So, is there any question on PowerPoint, please? Any question? Any question? Hello? Any question on PowerPoint?
Not from this hand. Yes,
said-
Margaret.
You said what?
I said not from this end, though.
Okay. It's almost time for Margaret. But
It's even past Margaret time here.
Like in the
You said?
Microsoft Word that we can download we can save our picture and we can save our documents and share to others, or probably on WhatsApp or anything. Can we also do that
Yes.
with PowerPoint?
Yes, of course, we can. We can do
Okay.
that as well. So we can save, I said this, you see, the PowerPoint, the Microsoft Word, and that of the Excel, they have similarities. In fact, in our PowerPoint, there's an option, you just reminded me, that I can add let me add a new slide and show it to you. I can have my Microsoft Word and Excel on my PowerPoint. New slide that I want to add, let me go to Insert. So I want to add a chart here. So on my chart, there are different options. Let me click on it. I don't know what's wrong with this PowerPoint. So I've clicked on my chart. So on my chart, I can just click on column chart. It will a page like Microsoft Word, Excel will come up. So is there any other question so I can attend to that before this one comes up? So a page like Microsoft, so I can add, I can create a chart, maybe like for my pupils' results or something. Maybe probably I am a vendor, I sell things, and I want to know the numbers of items that I sold on different items. So I can have it like that I can use my chart to do that. So have you seen the page?
Yes.
So this page looks like an Excel page.
Page, yes.
So you can have your Microsoft Word, Excel on, but this will not show until when you are done. Let's say I sell, children's wear. Let me name these shorts. It's Margaret time.
It's okay.
Can name these columns. I could have loved to take Excel as well, but time is gone. We need to go and pray. So when I explained, I didn't have an opportunity to take Excel at this class. I could have explained better on the use of the column and the Excel page actually. So the Excel page, we call it what do we call it? The Microsoft Word document, that of the PowerPoint presentation, then the Excel, we call it sheet. So I would like to stop here. So I don't know if I can ask Sister Nafisa, maybe I can be given another opportunity because I really wasted time on the network, and when my baby was crying, I had to take her somewhere. So I can just take Excel because Excel too is something that is very important that we know the basics, like how we can calculate, get average, and the rest of it. So In absence of no question, please let me just call it a day and go to pray. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.